like the music.
I'll add the music later.
I froze my beer that
quick.
So I found a new spot in your freezer.
Super cold spot?
Since you put all the meat in there, so I'd been hanging my freezer beers out
We should
to the
just
right.
It's starting to...
Oh,
we should
no.
just throw that away.
What meat?
The meat. The summer sausage.
No, he's talking about the
Bullshit.
freezer.
No, the freezer.
The freezer meat.
So when John filled up the freezer with meat, not his meat, meat.
You know,
Okay.
when we got an animal.
Do you mean this freezer right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Holy fuck.
I was putting my freezer beers hidden behind the meat over to the right, and they weren't getting cold quick enough.
Oh.
So I tucked them up to the top where I seen some of the
I like how he's...
coming.
You
And
saw,
so I've
like-
been tucking my freezer beers there, but now,
Do you talk a lot?
yeah. How'd you know?
We are on the
It's going to
fucking...
spill again, honey.
Only when I pee.
Pay attention.
Oh, it's so frozen.
He'll be all right.
You have a bush sickle.
Bush sickles are awesome.
So we're trying out new things. We have video in a new area, and this is like the first. We did a test podcast last night, but we were so fucking drunk that I listened to it today.
I don't feel like you should include me in that.
Because you weren't.
Well, you
You weren't
weren't
drunk?
No. The rest of us were. Because it was very slurry. It's like, I don't think these microphones are recording us right. Oh, they were.
Yeah.
And I don't. And it was like 2 hours long.
Oh my
So you
God.
know we were
Yeah.
shit-faced.
Yeah.
Just talking about the same shit over and over again.
What?
I didn't come in until you guys were a good half hour in, I think.
Almost an hour.
Okay, yeah.
How the
What's
So
on,
it
buddy?
says overtime number 7? Like,
It's still tied?
yeah, is there no tie in college sports? I thought
Do they play quarters
You
or is
just
it
keep
sudden
going
death?
over. How long is
So
it?
they-
I don't know.
I thought
Do you
it
have the
went
remote
to
over there,
sudden
John?
death, but
How long
nobody's.
is...
For
There's
oh, it's his
been-
phone.
Oh.
is
There's
the-
been 5
remote.
overtime periods where nobody's
For the TV.
scored.
We can put
Never
it
mind.
on. Look, we can throw it on the TV.
No, I'm just curious. I'm watching.
So how long is an overtime period?
I don't know.
What's it on, buddy?
Is
I
it
don't know.
CBS?
I don't know.
This is the most riveting
Oh.
podcast. They're going to watch us put something on TV that they can't see.
That's all right.
What did we watch it on last time? Like Hulu or something?
Yeah, but it's
Or
probably just on regular
Fubu?
shit.
Most positive it's this one.
Fubo.
I like to say it with a long O, Pam.
For Bo.
Boo.
Boo.
Ah, fuck this.
Live sports. Oh.
Maybe I'm not signed in.
Try
Oh, wait. Would it be on this regular TV?
Probably.
Yes.
You have the beta version.
Yeah, I mean, we get trial the new shit.
That's all we've ever had.
Bunch of betas.
What do you have?
Well, Kristi has the alpha version.
Really? Fucking alpha male, you. Alpha female.
Come on.
Who are the boys yelling at?
Are they outside?
They're just loud dickheads.
They're one of the dogs. Well, this is handy.
There you
there
go.
we go. NASCAR.
LSU.
I wonder if they took it off. Oh, no.
Oregon. No.
Well, yeah, it might not show up. Do you know
Yeah,
what channel it was on?
I think it was on CBS.
So do I.
I wonder if they're still.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Sorry, buddy.
Go to the
Uh-oh.
other one. What?
Illinois scored a safety.
Oh no. This is it. That's not a safety.
So, well, they got. How did they get 2?
Well, yeah, it was a safety.
I don't know anything about football.
So what? A touchdown is only 2 points?
Yeah, I don't know how this.
What
works.
is going on here?
I've never watched a college football game into the 8th overtime
Yeah, it says
period.
8th overtime. What does that mean?
So it's each possession. They go possession for possession, but I thought there was a cutoff. When someone doesn't score, the other team wins.
So if you run it and it's 2 points, if you pass
So
it and it's
basically,
3,
you get a possession. If you score, no matter what, it's 2 points. And then the
Yeah,
other people get the ball.
yeah.
yes, like at the 35.
So it went 0-0-0-0-0-0, and now they both scored.
So now we're in the 9th overtime.
Like,
What the
this
fuck?
is banana. I never even.
I mean, at this point, why don't they just play a quarter?
Yeah,
Like-
what do you do?
I thought that there was a sudden death somewhere,
I thought
like
so,
after
too.
the
I don't-
third overtime.
I don't watch a lot of college football sports, so I don't.
We haven't watched a lot of college overtime to this extent.
Obviously not.
Well,
All right.
okay.
move on.
Well,
Yep.
so that's the Penn State update.
Longest game in FBS history.
Yep.
Yes.
That's what it just said.
Wait,
How do you
what's
get? Are they going to go
FBS?
to 10 over? So wait, do they just start on?
Yeah, they start. Yes,
On the 4-yard line.
Oh wait. How
So
come
what is
Penn
going
State?
on here?
Penn State got the ball at the 4? Oh, so must be they switch.
You
they
get-
switch and they get a shot. They get a shot. It goes back and.
You just
forth.
have one play.
Looks that
No,
way.
I believe there's downs.
No.
Well, I mean, they just scored a minute ago. So now did the other team get the ball?
I don't know.
What is going on here?
Yep.
Son of a
same,
bitch, they do.
Same end of the field and everything.
So apparently, I don't know
What
shit.
in the fuck is
Yeah.
this nonsense?
So if they block it and don't score, then
So if
Penn
Illinois
State.
Then the
ball.
other team gets it back.
wow, that's crazy.
until one of them scores and the other one doesn't.
Yeah,
Timeout.
So now what? Timeout?
I've never.
Oh my god,
I've never
Timeout,
watched
yeah.
the game into the 9th overtime.
this is brutal.
I thought they lined up, went. The other team got to line up and go, and after 3 times
Well, it
of
looks-
that shit, that
It looks like they just get one play.
it went to a sudden death. But
Okay. Well, all
Why
right.
not?
Well, okay.
I don't know.
All right, moving along. What are we talking about now?
Let's go Penn State. We are all that shit.
Yep. We are.
Well, you're not anything yet.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Well, I'm glad we got video. We finally got video, and then we're just watching TV. So Pam keeps trying to sneak off camera. Like, remember a little while ago, I was like, "Hey, move over," because you're halfway off the camera.
Oh,
Oh well. Obviously, in this new setup, it's come crystal clear that I'm going to have to put in some sort of.
They scored.
That's the end of the game.
Oh,
are you shit?
Penn State just lost.
Sorry, buddy.
All right, moving along.
you better button it.
Wrong shirt. Wrong shirt. I was going to say, in this little area, I thought of everything, but I'm going to have to put in some sort of smoke sucking out device.
Sorry.
Why?
The smoke is like, maybe you guys don't notice it, but it is thick in here.
Sorry.
Well, the curtains kind of keep them in.
No, it was like this last night, too.
Fucking Taylor.
Only one person was smoking last night.
Yeah, but I did it over there too.
We're all in the same room,
I know.
babe. But we're going to have to put in something to suck out. I don't know what it is.
Smog hog.
I can't believe that fan doesn't help.
Yeah, I think it helps move it around, but I don't know if it's not helping it get out of the
Quit
building.
whining.
Sorry.
I'm not whining. My eyes are starting to burn.
Do you want me
Oh
to
my
open
God,
the
it was
door?
about time for me
I'm
to
gonna,
light up.
yes,
I
I'll crack
think the
door.
fan's going the wrong way.
He just wants to open the goddamn door
I know.
because it's hot in here.
It's not going to do anything.
Hopefully, if we're
Except
lucky,
make it cold in here.
the sirens will start again.
Maybe.
So just a few minutes ago, all of a sudden there's all these fucking sirens. Like, and it was like a fire truck, and then it was 2 fire trucks, and then it was like 3 fire
Ambulances,
trucks.
yes.
Then there's more, and there's all of a sudden there's like 7 vehicles and sirens going off, and they just stopped out front, and we're like, the
Is our
fuck?
house on
Is
fire?
something
What
on
did the
fire?
girls do?
It was a parade. I guess the football team won or something. So
That
the
was
little
pretty cool,
kids,
though.
little kids football. So
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That was probably very exciting for them.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. They're the champs.
Uh-huh.
Champs. So,
Are we all afraid to talk about the normal stuff that we always
yeah,
talk about?
I don't know if we just haven't had enough to drink or
I don't
what our
know.
problem is.
What normal stuff do we usually
We
talk
usually talk about politics and,
I hate to be a spoil sport here, but you guys are going to have to get closer to the microphones.
okay.
about? Well,
And COVID.
we don't need to talk about the
Let's not.
fucking school board meeting, that's for sure.
Thank God.
Because
Let's-
that was covered at length last night.
Oh, you.
I'm always too loud. You
You-
always tell me I'm not
You're
loud
not too
enough,
loud.
and then I'm too loud.
So you dabbled back into the school
No.
board meeting?
I have
Not by
no
choice.
idea what all we talked about last night, but I know we talked about school board at length.
And Taylor goes to all those, doesn't she?
She's went to a few.
Okay.
So now you have to watch the school board meeting remotely? Is it like a Teams meeting now?
Oh, it is? I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe it should be.
I bet they wish it was.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm sure.
Then there'd be an orderly manner in which you could speak.
How about, did I tell you guys, did we get together last weekend?
No.
No, they
No,
went camping.
you didn't
and
come to camp.
Some dickheads stayed home.
Because
Others went to
'Cause
camp.
it was
this
too
little
cold.
piggy stayed home.
I got back from, I had to go to this meeting thing.
Yes.
Did I tell you about going to the meeting?
No.
I haven't?
No.
No.
Holy fuck.
I've already heard it several times, so go ahead and tell them.
This is theater of the mind, Pam. You're supposed to be like, really? I'd love to hear about the story.
What happened?
Not tell your boring ass
tell.
story again. So,
Do tell.
I had to go for, it's, the organization is called PSATS, which is like the Pennsylvania State Association of Township Supervisors. So they usually have this big conference in the middle of the spring, I think, and it's all these like everything from like playground constructors to people that help with grants to snowplow to lawnmower. Like there's all these booths, and you can learn about things. And then the organization as well, like puts on some sort of class type things to teach you how to be a supervisor about different things. Well, for the past 2 years, they've canceled this spring thing because of COVID. So they decided to have this fall dinner thing because it's their 100th anniversary since the formation.
Okay.
So I guess they don't normally do this fall thing. So this is a new thing. So anyways, there's also these resolutions that all the counties put forward. Like if there's different things you want to get changed in the state laws, you put forward to them, and then all the townships send a delegate to vote on these things, and they needed to do those too because they haven't done that in 2 years
Wow.
for what's put forward as law. So it was last Thursday and Friday night, or Friday, in Hershey. So I was chosen to go. I
Who's
get there.
the chosen one.
I am chosen. I get there on Thursday, and they're having a dinner. Excuse me.
It's
Gassy.
very gassy. Has been all day.
They're having a dinner, and I show up at the parking lot. I pull in. I'm just wearing, it just said dress business casual or something like
Right.
that. So I have jeans and like a polo on. Like, yeah.
Which I feel is
Yeah.
fits the bill.
I get out. There's just fucking people with suits walking
Oh,
in.
no.
I'm just like,
But I feel like they just wore their work stuff
Yeah.
to the thing on Thursday.
well, also I feel like
travel.
there's a mixture of all the different townships. So you probably had ones around Philly, and
Right.
that they probably do wear suits every day.
Right.
They're whatever. But there was a lot of fucking suits. And I almost left. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't know this was a suit thing. But then I was like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these people. I don't give a flying fuck. So I go in, and there was other people that were dressed similar to what I was and worse. And so it was okay. But as I'm signing up, and I'm kind of looking at everything that was going on, I'm like, I'm just going to leave and go get like a good steak dinner because I have a bad feeling that this is going to suck. And it did.
Oh, no.
So I get my badge, and on the back of your badge, you were assigned a table, and you had to sit at that table. It must be they wanted everybody to mingle.
Right.
So I sit down at table 98 out of 100 fucking tables of 8 people. So that's how many people that were there. Maybe more. this dude, and I don't know who he is. I doubt he listens to this podcast, and I don't give a fuck because somebody needs to tell him, but I wasn't going to tell him that night. Needs some fucking deodorant.
Oh no.
Dude just fucking reeked of like BO. And maybe he worked all day because he was a working supervisor. And he's an older fella, but he smelled like shit. He sits down beside me. Like the first guy, I sat
I
down.
just got douche chills.
Yeah.
I sat down. Another guy sits down. Like there's a chair in between us. Seemed like a nice guy, whatever. And then an older couple sit down over here, and a couple people sit down over there. And there's nobody sitting beside me. And then this guy comes over. He's like, "Is anybody sitting here?" And I'm like, "No, go ahead." And instantly I'm like, "Oh fuck, I should have said no," because he just smelled bad.
Yeah.
Nice guy. So he starts talking to me, and everybody's doing this small talk, where are you from, sort of deal, how, blah, 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 blah. And then he says something about, everybody gets talking about elk. Do you have elk? And no, we don't have elk. And all this dumb small talk that everybody does. And then there's like speakers that are speaking about whatever. And so then he goes, the smelly guy goes, do you guys have any...
I know.
In a video.
We have fruit flies.
In a video.
He says, do you guys have any cats up there? And at first I thought he was like, do you have cats at your house? But
You crazy cat.
somebody else jumped in and they're like, yeah, we've got some over our way. We see them sometimes. And I was like, oh yeah, we have cats too. And I maybe to start with, and I haven't quite said this, maybe I was a little bit too excited to have something to finally contribute. Because it's like, oh yeah, we have cats too. I see them all the time when we're out in the woods. And the guy's like, oh yeah, what kind of cats? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not that guy.
Cats.
I don't know cats. Like I know it's like the size of a dog, but it has a long tail like a cat. I'm pretty sure it's a fucking cat. And he's like, well, what do you think it is? And I'm like, I don't know, bobcat, mountain lion. I'm not that guy. I don't fucking know. And he's like, oh yeah, so you see a lot of these? And I'm like, no, like 2 or 3 a year maybe. Oh yeah, and then luckily a speaker started, so I had to turn around because my back's to the stage. So I'm turned my back to old fucking Stinky, and I'm like, shoo, out of that conversation. Yeah. So the speaker gets done. I turn back around, and I can't remember. They brought a salad or something or another, and I'm kind of concentrating on my salad and not talking to these other people. Not that they weren't nice, I just didn't want to. And he goes, so let's go back to those cats.
Do we have to?
And I'm like, about what? So you see mountain lions, huh? I'm like, well, I don't know what they are. Well, they're definitely, you're not seeing no mountain lions. Mountain lions are like 160 pounds. And I'm like, okay. Then they're not mountain lions.
Right.
And also in my mind, fuck this guy. We're done talking.
Yeah.
Like, we get it. You know everything.
Is that the stinky guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then dinner's coming.
I know.
And they're bringing out like little plates. And he's like, is that chicken? And I look and I'm like, yeah, it looks like chicken. Well, good. That's all I eat. All I eat is chicken. So I'm like,
He wants you to ask why.
oh yeah? Yep. Every meal, all I eat, pepper, lemon, chicken. Or lemon pepper, however you say it. And
Never heard of pepper lemon.
I was wondering what that was.
he might have said it the other way. I don't know. But I was like, oh yeah? Yep. Every meal, lemon pepper chicken. And I'm like, okay. What do you say to that?
Yeah.
Like, so we eat our chicken. He's peppering me he's telling me about this diesel truck he used to have and everything that ever went wrong with it. And I'm like, just eating my chicken.
Yeah.
And then finally a speaker comes on, and it's like the president of the organization or whatever. And right behind where we're sitting at the table right behind us is the table where everybody was running like the audio and visual shit. There's 2 big screens on either side of the speaker, and all of a sudden over the loudspeakers and so I turned back around like, aha, one of these fuckheads has their mic on. So I'm watching, and then the one guy goes, sir, we need you backstage immediately. So then I'm like, oh shit. So I turned back around the other way because I think there's some shit going down. So the guy comes back out after a minute, and he's like, folks, we have a very special treat for you tonight. I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know this person was going to be here. But here to speak to you tonight, the President of the United States.
Stop it.
The fucking place gets dead fucking silent.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Were they all just like, fuck?
And I just wanted to yell, "Let's go, Brandon." But I didn't. I wish I would have. But everybody gets really quiet. And we're all like, what the fuck? So out walks this dude dressed up
Oh no.
like Thomas Jefferson,
Oh no.
speaking in ye old English
So gay.
with the accent and talking like Thomas Jefferson did. Well, hello, and I've been dead for 200 years, and I didn't expect
Oh
to be
my
here
God.
tonight. And I'm like, what?
Did he have a wig?
Oh, yeah. I should have took a fucking picture. I should have took video.
Yeah.
And so he went, at first I'm like, oh, whatever, this is
Right.
whatever. 45 minutes later, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Thomas Jefferson just came out and starts going on and on and on and on. And I'm like, this isn't a 7th grade class.
Right.
But am I correct? They had people asking Thomas Jefferson questions.
Yeah, way to,
Make it longer.
Well,
Well, it could have been worse.
Could have been Joe Biden.
Yeah.
true. But that's towards the end. He's like, well, I need
Oh,
to
no.
be getting back. And if anybody would like, we have a few minutes. If anybody would like to ask any questions, we're available for some questions. And I'm like, no fucking way.
No.
No fucking way. We're not playing make-believe
No.
here asking Thomas Jefferson
No.
fucking questions. But
No.
guess what? We did.
We did.
All these fucking hands come up. And I'm like, no fucking way. So you had to walk over to this microphone. They had microphone stands. Mr. President, it's an honor to get to speak to you tonight. I really liked what you did with the Louisiana Purchase. And I'm like, these are grown-ass fucking people. Oh, thank you. And he would go on. And I'm like, what the fuck? I at that point, I almost got up and left, but they were bringing out chocolate cake. So
Priorities.
I was like, me and old Stinky here are going to knock down some of these chocolate cakes.
He only eats lemon pepper chicken. I don't know. if
And then what
that's
was
good.
funny was somewhere in here I got up to go to the bathroom and I realized you had to get a lanyard for the next day. And the girl was still at the booth, but there wasn't a line. So I walked over and got my lanyard and I come back in and Stinky's like, oh, I thought you left me. And I'm like, no, I'm still here. Oh, good, because I was having a good time or something like that. And I'm
And
like,
you're thinking, oh.
so anyways, so there really wasn't anything else the rest of the night other than, so you met Justin, the Bo's buddy.
Yes.
Well, he's a supervisor from another township.
Okay.
And he was there. So I, like, after Thomas Jefferson said his spiel, the next guy comes out, and I'm like, I'm fucking out of here.
I'm done, yeah.
So I get out and walk out. I text Justin. I'm like, I'm going back to the hotel. There's got to be a bar near here somewhere. So he's like, as soon as I can get everybody to leave, because his people were with him, he goes, I'll meet you. So I'm sitting at the, what's that called, where you pull up, like the little canopy thing
Right.
at a hotel?
Where you drop your
Yeah.
stuff up.
So I come out and there's a bench on the other side of that. I sit down and I'm just sitting there looking at my phone, waiting for him to come out. And this old guy comes out of the doors and he's just staring at me like I'm like, shit, do I know this guy? Like, because there's people from all over the place, like maybe
Right.
another township or something. So I'm kind of watching him and I was like, hey. And he doesn't acknowledge me at all. He just is looking at me. And he starts walking. I'm like, okay. So I just go back to my phone. He gets a little closer and I'm like, hey. And doesn't acknowledge me. He just keeps walking. And as he gets closer, Hotel California is just playing from his body somewhere. Like he had his phone in his pocket or something, and it's just playing Hotel California, the Eagles. And he's just walking towards me, and I'm like, hi. And he just walks right by. I'm like, what the fuck kind of weird place am I in? So finally Justin shows up. We go, there's a bar like right across the street in this like strip mall thing. And as we pull in there, I said, it says it's open till midnight, but it was hard to see through the windows in the front, but it looked like there's a TV on or something in there. And then you come walking up to the front of the place, and it has 2 entry doors. They're probably like 10 feet apart maybe, but there's 2 doors to go in. almost like there's an entrance and an exit, but both of them said enter. So we went in the right one. Not that it matters, but we go in the right one. And then you go inside, and there's a little lobby type area, and there's 2 more doors. We're like, what the fuck? So we go in, and it's a sports bar. And we find out later there was 87 TVs in this place.
Oh my God.
It's lined all the way around with TVs. The booths
They're
had
all on the same
2 TV. They were. There was a football game on.
Oh yeah, Thursday night football, right?
Yeah. So in the booths, there's 2 TVs. In the center of the room, there's a couple things come down. There's like
Yep.
4 or 6 TVs around it. So we're like, well, that's cool, you know. So we ordered wings because the little bitty piece of chicken, it wasn't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're bigger boys than that dinner.
You should have gave your chicken to Stinky Guy.
I should have.
It wasn't lemon pepper.
Pepper lemon.
He ate it.
He did.
So, anyways, it gets to be midnight, and we're just sitting there drinking beer, shooting the shit. And this lady comes out that works there, and she has a paper towel roll over the remote, and she's turning off the TVs one by one. And we're watching her, and we're like, there's one remote for all these fucking TVs? So finally she gets closer to us, and we're like, there's one remote for all these fucking TVs? She's like, yes. That's how I come up with this roll thing. And I can point it right at the TV, and it shuts them off. Because she goes, watch this. She points at the other one.
No.
Fucking half of them go on, half of them come off.
Oh.
She's like, the one remote, they're all the same TV.
That
We're
would
like,
be horrible.
what the fuck? That's crazy, you know? Like, wow. And so
I was like, paper towel.
we start talking
Like
to her.
what?
She's turning off TVs,
Tube.
and she's like, "Yeah, this place is kind of weird." She goes, "This used to be an old strip club." So we look around. We're like, "Oh, yep." There's the tin shit on the ceiling, like that. There's the fake column things around the bar. The doors, if you turn around and look, there's a window in the middle.
Oh.
So there was a divider. There was one way in. You had to show your ID and
Yeah.
pay your cover charge to get in. We're like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, the guy that owned it killed himself in the one walk-in cooler.
What?
So we're like,
Cool.
Cool.
Local history.
and she's like, well, we don't use that just for warm storage now. We just store boxes in there.
We just store dead bodies
Nice.
in there.
Okay. Cool.
Oh my God.
So it gets better.
No.
So the next day is the actual meeting thing. So it starts at 8 o'clock. It's supposed to be over by like noon because I was going to head on to Tennessee,
Right.
but I had this really fucking bad feeling. Well, when we get there, there was a whole bunch of awards and jerking each other off over how great everything is. And like they gave a Boy Scout an award for putting benches in a park. There was a bunch of teenagers that build a rec center in a library. They all come on stage and blah, 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 blah. And then they gave somebody an award, and they had a little produced video where they actually went to their township to look at this bridge they built. And it was a fucking bridge, like a regular bridge, like nothing special about
Right.
it, just like, cool, there's a bridge, great. And then another one, they widened out a road, and now it's not a safety hazard. That was like a 15, 20-minute presentation. You're just sitting there like, what in the fuck? But it gets better. So after all that, let me find this picture. You shit your fucking pants. The president of the organization comes out,
There's a dog out there.
and he's...
Is it Ruger?
Is it a big one?
I think it's Lenny's dog.
All I saw was the tail.
So this guy comes out, and he says, you know, being a township supervisor, blah, 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 reminds me of the story of the old horse. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, there was this old horse this farmer had, and it was lazy and worthless and wouldn't work right anymore. And one day it fell down a well. And the farmer didn't even care because he didn't want the horse or the well. So he called a bunch of his farmer friends over, and they started filling in the well. And every time they threw a shovel full of dirt down, the horse would stand up on the shovel full of dirt, and then he gets out. And that horse is you township supervisors. And at this point, I'm sitting with Justin, and I'm like, did he just call us lazy old fucking horses? The fuck? But what's amazing was there was graphics on the screen, and that story
What?
took 20 minutes.
What?
Yeah, and there was other that's obviously the horse was happy.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can show this, if this is going to work up there. we're gonna have to get better technology. But this is when the horse was happy because he got out of the well. There was a lot of sad horse videos and pictures, and I'm
I
like,
know.
where?
Like, what are we, 30
Where
minutes?
am I?
What are we fucking doing? So anyways, we go through that. And that story, honest to God, went for 20 minutes with the horse animations. So then we had to get to the voting for these resolutions. Now, they haven't done it for 2 years. So there's 85 fucking resolutions. Now, the way it should work is the guy would read, I should have brought that book in here, but Resolution 1, whatever it was like, we want to use different kinds of anti-skid in the winter or something like that. And you have a little voting card, all those in favor, all those against, passes. Next one. And we did that for the first 8, and then we got to something about auditors, and they had some conversation about that, and to be honest, it was okay because that was a township issue. And now this starts at 10:30. So we make it to like resolution 20 by lunch. And the first one we got stuck on was whatever township or county wants PSATs to ask the state to legalize or decriminalize cannabis. And I'm like,
How is this a township issue?
exactly. And that's exactly what it said. So some of these resolutions, it said no action. We don't need to vote on this. This is
not
a
our
state.
issue.
This is
Yeah.
a state issue.
So let's not even talk about it, right?
Right.
Well, it's on the thing, and if somebody wants to talk about it, they would have to make a motion, and somebody else would have to second it. So fucking Bucks County, down by Philly, I think, turns out super liberal. Lady stands up. I think it's important we talk about this. I'd make a motion that we discuss this and vote on it. Another person from Bucks County. I second this. I think we should talk about this. So for the next 45 fucking minutes, people got up and talked either way about cannabis and, there's a guy who's a school teacher and a lot of these kids, they're stealing cars to buy cannabis. And then they end up in prison. And you're like,
What?
what? So then they broke for lunch because it was lunchtime. It was catered. And then they spoke for another half hour after lunch about this. And then everybody voted against it because it's not a fucking township issue.
Right.
And you're just like, what the fuck? So we hum through a few other ones. And then we get to one that says something about we need to make laws to prevent discrimination in townships according to gender identity, sexual
Oh my
orientation, and all this
God.
other shit. Yeah. And again, it says no action. There's already federal and state laws in place, and it's not a township issue. Like, there's already guidelines against discrimination.
Right.
Bucks County. I'd like to make a motion that we discuss and vote on this. And that went on for, and I didn't,
Yeah.
what I was really not expecting was, like, I expected the liberal type
Right.
folks to get up and be like, hey, transgender people should be allowed to fix potholes too. Sort of like fucking
Right.
conversation. And they did. But also, other people stood up and they're like, we feel like we're getting discriminated against if we have to accept transgender people because it goes against our religion. And we have religious freedom. And then all of a sudden I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, we shouldn't even be entertaining this conversation.
So at roughly 2:00, we got through all the fucking resolutions finally. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen because even if everybody votes for the resolution, it's not like children are making a list
Right.
of shit they want mom to buy at the store.
Right.
It's children are making a list of shit they want mom to go to the store and ask them to start carrying.
Right.
Like, they don't even have them. Mom, could you take this to the supermarket and ask if they could
Right.
please start carrying Nutty Buddies? Like, it's fucking retarded. So then, this guy comes on. What?
Nothing.
Oh, this guy shows up and he's like, I have a presentation that was supposed to be 2 hours, but because everything else has gone on so long, I have to boil it down into 5 minutes. And it was about grants and how you can get money through this for different things.
The important stuff.
Useful.
The stuff he actually
He
went
showed
for.
up for 5 minutes and he's like, all right, well, that's all the time I got. This is usually a 2 hour. Like, hit me up. Your information's in your packet. And I'm like,
That's why I'm here.
What
That's why we
the
came.
fuck?
Not to hear
Not-
about.
not to see
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson, not
Yes.
to listen to stuff that, yeah.
It's just not.
It was so. I don't even know what the words are.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. Corny.
And these were all adults
Yes.
involved. It wasn't like,
Kids.
Like, it seems like if it was a high school thing,
right.
even then it was probably a little hokey for a high school
Yeah.
thing.
Eye
Like
rolling.
a middle school type
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
Like, my daughter
Right.
would have been like, oh my God, we saw Thomas
Yeah.
Jefferson. But it was kind of cool.
Right.
Oh.
It was the corniest fucking thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen in my entire life. Hey, as long as you're going, Big Cat.
Sure.
So that's why I didn't come to camp last weekend. Because I didn't make it back here till like, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then I was just fucking over
And then
it.
Saturday was just terrible.
Well, we
So,
started working in here on this. So,
Yeah. By the time it got nice, we were
well,
busy and in no shape to drive to camp.
also, we didn't expect it to get nice. It looked like it was going
Right.
to be shitty the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're in here and we look outside and it's like sun shining.
It was never that warm, though. It never got warm. I mean, the sun was out, quit raining, but it.
Pam, I feel you need your earmuffs on.
She doesn't like to wear them.
But you look so much better when you wear those.
It hurts her earring.
It's more podcasty.
Smashes my earrings.
Oh, those huge cubic zirconias.
Yeah. Oh my God, I've never
got her-
claimed they were real.
I got her those for our 20th anniversary.
He did not.
I told her that's why we had to remortgage the house.
I bought them at Claire's. I've never pretended they were real.
It's funny because I'm the same person. Like, I don't buy expensive
No.
earrings and stuff. I just like, I'll buy the hoops that are $5.99 for six
Yeah.
different hoops.
In fact, I don't like these because they're so big, but I lost the smaller ones somewhere in the camper. Maybe we'll find them when we. So I've been wearing the big ones just
All
because
right,
I'm
here's
too
a good
lazy to get
topic.
new ones.
Okay.
I
What?
wasn't finished talking about my fake earrings.
Oh, go ahead, finish.
All right, I'm done.
Dick. What's something that you spend a lot of money on that nobody else understands? Like a specific thing. Like, I'll give you my, for instance, is I will spend and buy the most expensive tools. I have to have the Snap-on wrench that's $30 as opposed to the one you get at like Harbor Freight that's $2.
Right.
Because it seems to me that it's worth it, even though I can't justify it to other people. Do you guys have like a specific thing? Like, it's like some people, it's shoes.
I know what Kristi's is.
I'm not sure you do.
Clothes.
But I don't buy expensive clothes.
But you buy all name brand clothes.
I buy a lot of clothes. But I was going to say makeup. I
Oh.
spend a lot of makeup on, or money on makeup and like shampoo and conditioner. Like those are my
So why
things.
though? What's
I feel like Chris and I don't have any good answers to this.
Yes, he does.
I bet you
Does
do.
he?
Yes, he's.
Okay.
Don't let him fool you.
I'm
Okay.
pretty humble. I don't know if I have anything.
Real salt of the earth.
I mean, two
Hunt-
trucks
hunting
combined together
shit.
are 2015.
Hunting shit.
Oh. Okay.
All right, wait.
Okay.
Slow down. Before we move on to that.
Okay.
So why do you spend more money on like I don't know. I'm a click above pert when it comes to shampoo. So I don't know shit about fuck.
Because honestly, I think my hair would just fall out if I used, because like
Probably because you've tried the shitty
Yes,
and
I
tried
have.
the good,
Yes.
and then was
So
like, it's
what you're
worth.
saying?
so I feel like I have a buildup if I use cheap shampoo.
What-
Pantene, any of the
What do
ones
you
that
mean a buildup?
on your hair. I'm sure
What?
you probably. I don't know.
I'm lost at this.
Like it feels heavy or sticky
Yeah.
or.
My hair does not feel good when I do not use good shampoo, and it's been that way for 20 years, 30 years.
So, have either one of you used like the foreign one?
Foreign what?
Like shampoo, conditioner, the body wash,
What do you consider
the
foreign?
anal scrub,
Oh.
What do you mean? What do you mean foreign?
4 in 1.
Foreign.
I thought you meant like from another country.
Yeah, I thought you said foreign. I'm like, what fucking?
So-
They're all made in China.
So growing up, like you would go in your family shower and there was like shampoo and conditioner. And so that's what I always did. And then, you know, you gained your freedom and your independence. You're out on your own.
And have no money.
And you have no money. And the first time that you walk into, like, the Dollar General, you're like, 4 in 1, 3 in 1,
I
2 in
gotcha.
1. And I'm like, oh, yes.
I wouldn't want to use shampoo on my skin. I
No.
can say that.
But so I know what you're talking about, but I have never bought it for myself because one time I can't remember where we were. I took a shower in Scott's camper. Yeah. I don't know if it's when we went to the races.
Lernerville.
Yeah, or what it was. But we didn't bring any things. We just brought like a change of clothes. And I needed a shower, so I got in Scott and Nance's shower. And exactly what you were saying. There's a bottle that's like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, like
Anal wash.
yeah,
anal
all the
scrub.
things. And I'm like, wait,
Ball wash.
there's one bottle that does all these things?
Yes.
And then I don't know why I didn't incorporate that in my own life instead of being a 3-bottle fucking queer like I normally am in the shower. Well, it's a bar and 2 bottles.
You
But-
use conditioner?
Yeah.
Do you?
No, actually I don't.
He uses.
2 in 1.
He has to do Head and Shoulders, so I get the shampoo and
Yep.
conditioner in one.
But she got the fancy one, the Old Spice Head and Shoulders.
Yeah,
So
Well,
I'm
it does
Yeah.
smell better.
it does.
like, it does.
Swagger.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
me.
that's a good one.
That's
But
me.
it's about $4 out of my price.
It is. See, Chris and I are the cheap assholes. Okay, so what do you think I spend money on?
Piper.
Oh, okay.
There's
but
no
that's
limit
not-
there.
But that's not what.
That's not for
same,
her,
That's
though.
not the same thing.
No.
Though. It's an item that you seems irrationally you spend money on it, even though other people are like I said about tools.
Right.
People are like, I don't understand. You can go there, or like clothes. You're like, oh, you could just go and get regular
Right.
whatevers.
Well,
Mine was makeup, not clothes.
Oh, I'm sorry, makeup. Yeah.
I
Well, you said shampoo and shit.
I said clothes for
Yes.
her.
Oh yeah.
and so your kid, I mean, that's an investment. You may not understand it now.
So how you cashing in on that investment?
Well, someday when you
God.
can't wipe your own ass, you hope you invest in it.
She's gonna be like,
She'll do
"Ew,
it
good
for
luck
you."
with that."
maybe.
Or she'll be like, yep, Senekine Manor
Yeah.
at...
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't know.
Pam, do you have a thing?
You don't have anything?
I don't think I have a thing.
that
I don't
you
think
buy
you do.
the best of no matter what.
Paint.
So you're telling all these people on the podcast you just buy shitty ass paint?
No, what I say is I buy paint that has held up, is good durability, passes all the tests, but has a good price point.
So you don't have anything that you splurge on, and you're like, I'm just getting the best because it makes a difference in my life.
No.
I don't think she does.
Heaters.
I don't think there's anything.
Not one thing.
You keep yelling at me to get more pants.
You wear the same pair
I
every day
know.
that has a hole in the asshole.
Right in my ass. And I have 2 pairs of work pants.
Go buy
I
more
know.
pants.
I will.
They're not that expensive.
I will.
If you go to Tractor Supply.
Every once in a while I do the Christina thing.
Yes.
But
How about you, Lactash?
Ridge cut.
Oh yeah, I got one of those shirts. I like.
It's tough.
Oh, you know what I got?
Kind of like him.
So, I've got something that I got last week that I'm in love with.
Where'd you buy it? On your trip?
I don't know if it was at Dunham's or Tractor Supply or where it was. I think it was at Dunham's. The stretchy jeans.
Oh, yes.
they're literally elastic.
Dude.
They're denim on the outside, but elastic on
Really?
the inside. Yeah, you have to see them.
Oh, they're so comfy.
Like, these
I'm like,
are all
oh my
flex.
god, he bought
Yeah, you got- are they stretchy?
elastic
Yeah,
pants.
feel 'em.
Yep.
They're flex.
Those ones I got, they might be even more stretchy than that.
Dude.
They're almost wearing, and I can understand why you girls wear leggings now, or whatever the fuck those, yoga pants.
Yes.
They're like yoga pants for
Jeggings,
men that look like
leggings.
jeans.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far. Yours are definitely denim.
Well, yeah,
They're denim.
but I feel like
Yeah.
it's the
They're-
same
Feeling.
feeling. Like
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
fit nice and
Yeah.
snug. They're not Like these ones I'm wearing right now, they're old man jeans. Like they're constantly falling down. They're just uncomfortable.
They're not the
And
short
when you
ones,
go to
are they?
bend over,
Clearly,
like when you're
if you
working.
said your sweaty ass crack was sticking to the chair
It
a little bit
was.
ago.
You were falling down, John.
I needed I needed a longer shirt too, which I have.
The Flex are awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going about 2-3 years now on the Flex.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm behind the times.
I'm just gonna need like the flexy waistband. So
Whoa, quit hitting the table, dude.
fat guys love Flex.
Yeah, it's changed my life. I'm not afraid to go outside anymore.
Like when I got to the point when I'd go to the garage, I'd go upstairs and find my worst athletic pants that I owned. And then I found
So you
Flex.
can move around. Yeah,
All right, I'm just gonna say I have to pee. So am I just gonna exit?
yeah, we can
Okay.
keep talking unless
Okay.
everybody has to pee. I mean, we don't have to go together, do we?
I don't think.
All right. We'll keep your spot.
I'm gonna slide over there and smoke, but I can still talk.
You can smoke right here. Just put the ashtray on the table if you'd like.
You were just whining because your eyes were burning.
I have some fucking news for you. Whether you smoke 3 feet that way or right there, it's just, you're the same distance away from me.
You are such a
Jeez, Pam.
She may never hear that. I'm highly doubtful she's gonna ever hear that.
No.
See, this is one of my other fears with doing the podcast in here is when it starts raining. I don't know how loud that rain's going to be through the speakers or through the mics.
I didn't even realize it was
Is
raining.
that rain?
Yeah,
It is?
it's definitely rain.
It's coming down. It's coming down. I thought of a really good topic the other day. How great is it that Pam doesn't spend money on anything?
She really
That's
doesn't. I don't
perfect.
think she does.
No. I have to like force her to buy new clothes.
Yes.
If you're gonna sit way over there, pull your mic over there.
Okay. I'm just trying to not smoke you out.
That's fine.
Yes.
She doesn't.
She
I
doesn't.
have to like force her to,
Yeah.
to spend money on
Yes.
things. Like the other day, she says, so we have like a little emergency fund kitty, like most people probably do. So she says something the other night. I don't remember what I said about money or something. She's like, "Oh, by the way, I took Piper to the dentist on Friday, and I just grabbed a few $100 out of our emergency stash, just in case it was more than I thought." And I'm like,
Okay.
"All right," but I didn't have to spend it. I put it back.
Perfect.
And I'm like, well, I mean, it's also your money. It's not like it's just mine. You stole it. Like, but she's super
Yes.
like, I don't know what the word is, thrifty or.
That's him.
So
like I am not. At all.
I have a difference, Kristi and Pam. Okay, so same scenario, only Kristi would come to me and she's like, "Hey, had this expenditure, had to take some money out of our little kitty. Only it's a credit card," and I'd be like, "No, that's 24%."
I don't do that.
No, but you would.
I would if I wanted to.
If
I needed to.
Right.
I'll
I'm
tell-
pretty sure Pam has like 7. Oh, she's standing over there by the heater. Pam has pretty much $75,000 in credit cards, and she has like $30 on them.
It helps her credit rating.
She will not. Like, I remember one time, I don't remember what it was we needed. It was like our refrigerator went, oh, it was the refrigerator, I think, wasn't it? And she's like, well, I really want this $3,000 refrigerator, but I was looking at this one that's $1,800. I think I'm just going to put it in my credit card, but I'm just going to pay it off. 'Cause I can't. I'm like, I don't understand.
I didn't put it on the credit card.
No.
I just paid for it.
Debt to income ratio is very good there.
I'm like, why don't you get the $3,000 one and just pay off the extra 1,000 because that's what you want? She's like, no, I can't do that.
And normally anymore, like, it makes sense to charge and pay it off in 6 months.
Right.
No interest.
No interest.
Like,
why not? That's what we did. Like with the carpet,
Helps your credit rating.
it does.
So what I've noticed we did, it was the beginning of this year, I think. We added the Affirm thing onto our website. And I'm surprised how much people use that. I didn't expect it to be,
What is that?
is. So
Is
it's-
where you pay payments?
Yeah, like when
Okay.
you're on a website and you see like you can make 6 payments
Yes.
of $99
Yeah.
or whatever.
Interest free if you pay it off
Yeah,
in
in
6
so
months.
many months or whatever. But what I'm really like, I expected people to use it. Like we sell engines that are like $10,000, so I'd expect people to use it for that, or some things like a set of injectors or something's like $3,000 or $4,000. But people actually use it for like $200-$300 stuff all the time.
Really?
Yeah,
Crazy.
but I've talked to a couple different people. They just kind of use it like a credit card.
Yeah.
So like, fuck
Pay
it,
it, yeah.
I'll just do that and then I'll just pay it off whenever.
I think a lot of people have budgets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to spell the word.
I was going to say, budget?
John, do you?
No,
There's no.
Budget?
It's
Yeah.
impossible for me to do a budget with business, and same for Pam, because we don't know how much money we have coming in.
Right.
Like we could have a lot, a little, a normal
So you're
amount,
making an
or-
excuse because you don't have a budget? Pam, do you have a budget? I bet you Pam does. No? No?
Pam, it'd be a lot cooler if, like, you
I
know,
know all the bills I have to pay.
Pam's budget is be humble and spend nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I hang out with her.
I wish you would hang out
she's-
with her more.
She's balancing you out.
Yeah, she's.
Please
yes,
hang
I'm
out
trying.
more.
No,
What do you mean, John?
I don't. She's good the way she is.
I know, but I'm saying
Oh.
she could help me.
It could have an adverse
I don't
effect.
want it to go the other way.
She could help me, though.
You'll have a new walk-in closet with
Oh,
a
God.
bunch of jeans. And she'll be like, John, well, you told me to buy some jeans.
What you said. No,
I'm a spender. Even if I don't have it, I spend it. It's an honest thing.
you like things.
And what's crazy is when I get things home, I really don't like them. It's like, why did I buy that?
So
I don't feel comfortable in it. Why did I buy
why do
that?
they hang in my closet? And
Why do you do that?
I don't know.
Does it make you happy when you're buying it?
It's a.
You're like, yes.
It
It
is.
makes me so happy.
this is so unfair.
Isn't buying things, doesn't it? Does kind of make you happy when you
It
buy
does.
It upsets me.
Do you, hey, if you want to be on the podcast, you have to come over here.
Hey, and
Heater's over here.
will you grab me a? Oh, it's in the cooler.
In the cooler.
My flannels lose space in the walk-in closet.
All right.
They end
So
up
what?
in the garage.
All right. We'll wait for Pam to come back because I have a topic. I just
Oh,
thought
no.
of it. Along the same vein. And I don't even know. I'm gonna have to think about mine for a minute. What is a purchase that you've made in the past year, less than $100,
Thank you.
that maybe I don't want to say changed your life, but has made you unbelievably happy? And I'm trying to think of mine.
Less than $100.
Coffee?
Oh no.
Oh, don't. If it's, you're not gonna say like sex toy things, are you?
No.
Okay. This is a
I
G-rated
just.
show.
And it's been in the last year.
And it's got to
we
be
can-
less than $100.
Yeah, less than $100, but we can't. We can. It doesn't have to be the last year. I just was throwing it out there.
$100?
Yeah. Like something that you ended up
I was gonna
purchasing.
say my car. That was more than $100.
I was gonna say my carpet, and mine was more than $100. In my house, isn't that stupid?
Your carpet made you happy.
Super happy.
That's good.
You could have bought a throw rug.
$100.
Do we need to go higher? $200? Like, because I'm trying to think of something.
Trying to
I
I
don't
threw
spend
this-
$200.
I
on
threw
things.
this out there, but
Do you have something in mind that you want
no,
to say?
no, that's
All
I,
your
I threw out this fucking
shit.
premise, and I don't even have a fucking answer for it.
Did I have to purchase it, or could it be purchased for me?
Yeah, that's fine too. Well, I mean, at this point, we'll take anything.
And it doesn't have to meet the 1-year criteria. Oh, I have the perfect thing. Battery operated bellows.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, the
little-
fire thing.
Oh, yeah, that thing actually works pretty sweet.
And it's a Zippo brand.
Oh, okay, I know one. The swings on the
Yes.
deck. They were
Yes.
only
Swings.
40
Yes,
bucks.
Yes.
Good one.
perfect, perfect
The
example.
swings were
Yes,
very beneficial for us all.
we should You know, we were talking about this earlier about bringing them home. We should like get another one and set them up around the podcast table here, and we'll just be doing this. Be really loud.
Isn't that exactly what I said?
Yes.
Thanks.
Oh, great! Because the people that are listening to the podcast didn't fucking hear it 2 hours ago. That's why I brought it back up.
We were talking about it when we were recording. When we were recording, we were talking about it, weren't we?
No. Mine's the
We were
best.
talking about it earlier, duh.
When we were recording.
No, we didn't. This is the first time it's come up. I keep a list of all the topics we talked about. This is swings came up at 54:35. Not once before. It's tough.
So
I'll tell you one that is
Okay.
less than $100 that makes my life better every day, and everybody else fucking hates it. Everybody that sits down at my desk, they're like, "What the fuck?" I have one of those mice. You know what I'm talking about?
And see, I would like that.
Everybody hates them,
No, I don't like that.
I would like it.
and my hands hurt because
Yes.
from doing this all day. Or the roller thing, I can just scroll, and the buttons are nice. But everybody that sits at my desk is like, "What the fuck is this
Yeah, I don't-
bullshit?"
But people Chris doesn't sit at a computer all day. You don't sit at, I would love it.
Yeah.
Because like working in spreadsheets all the
Yes.
time, you can zip them
Yep.
all over the
Yep.
place. And then if you're doing any sort of like art stuff in Photoshop or anything,
Yep.
it's so easy to draw and move things around.
Yep.
to be fair,
To be fair.
Again.
I would
being
have
fair a
to
lot.
like
Girls are
try
coming.
one out.
Hi, girls.
Hey, girls.
Piper, would you like to say hello?
Hello.
Mia? Hello.
You guys doing a podcast?
Yep.
We are.
So we're on the topic of something under $100 that you've received within the last year that's changed your life that you really love. Do you have anything? You gotta have a whole slew of things.
Mini brands.
Mini brands?
Oh!
All right. I don't understand mini brands.
What is mini brands?
Mini.
They're like mini brands.
They're-
They're exact brands.
It's like
So they're
you take a package of graham crackers and you make it this big.
So there'll be like a
But it
teeny
has all
tiny
the
little
printing.
box of
It
frosted
looks
flakes.
exactly like a
Yeah.
tiny little.
Got ya.
And I don't get it.
It's ridiculous, but it's perfect for like the dolls. You know.
No.
Come on.
What do you need?
Well, me and me wanted to do something.
What do you want to do?
It's a thing that
Shh.
includes...
They were making like a raffle thing for.
Oh, well, we're almost done. Give us about 15 minutes, and then we'll do it, okay?
Thursday?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. So last night we go to Sheets. Just Casey, Sonny, and I. Well, we went to dinner. First, I picked them up 5:30, 6 o'clock. Casey has her all programmed. We're going to the Barrel House for dinner. So we pull in the Barrel
They
House.
have really
and
good food.
It was so packed.
I bet.
And it was like, she's...
Isn't it weird that place is so busy all the time, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere?
Yes.
Like it's not like in a town or anything.
No.
Nobody ever talks about it. Or
Nope.
And the food's reasonable.
Yes.
It's good
They have a
food.
huge menu.
Yeah.
Hey, Piper,
So
can you grab me a Keystone?
we had to break it to her that we weren't, because she's like, we're going to Barrel House. We're going to the Barrel House. She was super good last night. Like, she gets to my car and she says, "Me like your car." It's like, oh my God, if she only knew, it's the biggest piece of shit ever. But hey,
Whatever.
you want to go for a ride in my car? So she gets in, go to the Barrel House, packed. And I said, well, where do you want to go now? Because we're not going to go to the Barrel House. We're going to go somewhere else where we can eat kind of fast.
Thank you.
And she says,
Thanks, buddy.
Kane. We want to go to Kane. And I'm like,
Did you go Texas Hot?
no. I said, you want to go to Texas Hots or you want to go to Pepe's?
Texas Hots.
Yeah. And she says, we want to go to Pepe's. So we go to Pepe's.
Pepe's has pretty good food.
Have you
I've
ever
never
had
been
their
there.
subs? Their subs are amazing.
I don't know if it's the same Pepe's as when I was
Never
a little
even
kid
heard of
and
Pepe's.
stayed with my grandma.
It's right,
It's right
on
on Main Street at
the main-
Kane.
It's on the corner there, right?
Nope.
They used to be there. They
Nope.
must have moved.
Yes. And it's it's
Down
a pretty
from
big.
where the Unimart used to be.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
So we go there, and anyways, we end up going to Sheets, and I'm like, I'm going to take her in. She can pick out whatever she wants, just candy or whatever, because she was really good at dinner. We're walking down the candy aisle, we're holding hands, and she's like, oh, look, poppets. And I'm like, oh my God, you know what a poppet is
fuck.
at 2.5? Of course. So she got this little elephant poppet. We want this. We want this. So we got, yes, Stormy, 2.5, my granddaughter. She's like, yeah. So then we get to her house, and she's got the big, huge one, Piper. The big one, the rainbow one that's like this big. She's got that one. She brings it out. And every time I started to say, hey, I'm going to get ready to go, and she's like, wait, me got something. And she'd bring something back out to me, and I was like, oh my God. But it was funny because when I picked her up, she's always about him, and it drives me crazy. Like, where's Papa?
Who wouldn't be?
Papa.
Is that what he's saying?
Papa. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah. And so then I said, well, do you know where Papa is? And Kissy's like, yeah, I told her he's hunting. So I said, where's Papa? He's hunting. I mean, she just repeats everything. It's a lot of fun. But the poppet thing was like, oh my God, Piper loves poppets. I know all about poppets.
I'm the whole reason you know about
Yes,
poppets.
poppets
Well,
and all the fidget
I
toys.
think we need.
What?
I got some requests to add to the sound,
What do you need, bud?
like the bullshit button, like
Soundbar.
It's phony stuff.
yeah,
It didn't happen.
yeah. We need to incorporate.
I can program
need
these
more of
3, but
Yep.
what
That's
should we-
all he has.
What do we need on it?
I don't know.
I mean,
It's phony stuff.
that's all I got.
It didn't happen.
I can add onto these other 2, but the way this is hooked up, you can have 6, but the way this is hooked up, these 3 are.
Not that anything she was saying required.
He's a liar.
that, But I was.
It's
No,
about
I'm
the
not.
Papa thing.
No, I wanted to I'm just thinking
I think there's a way I can add it through in here, and I'm really hoping this is doing a good job recording, because at some point this stopped
Did you get
over
it?
here,
Oh no.
which is fine.
Why?
Fine. This is recording over here, but I don't know.
I mean,
We went 36 minutes and then it shut off, so I don't know if maybe I'm out of space.
we're at next level.
Oh,
shit.
yep.
You're
My
out of
SD
cloud
card's full.
space.
I need to empty the SD card. Oh, it's alright.
You're out of cloud
Yeah, because
space.
2 hours last night.
Well, I haven't cleared. I thought about it when I was listening to it on the laptop. I should.
See, like
It doesn't fucking matter.
Right
It's
now, I'd be
boring.
going
But-
"He's a rock star. He's a rock star."
It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
All right, folks.
It's good stuff. Play the music before we end it.
I'll let the sad music play us out.
Yeah.
With the rain on the roof. Feels like snow
So-
rain.
I think this all worked. Like the video
I can't hear you,
thing
the
seems like
music's playing.
it's still going. And then I should be able to just hopefully export this, and I don't have to touch it. Just dump it right into.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I feel you've come a long way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Started from the
what's
bottom.
next?
Now we're here. Well, hopefully a sponsorship.
Yeah,
And then if we get enough,
Case. Sponsor.
we can quit our jobs and just do this every day.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be a blast?
I would study topics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Study it?
Maybe we should start doing that. So,
it wouldn't be as
Maybe
fun.
even just a little.
In my monotone voice, I'd be like, "So today we're gonna talk about."
do you have any items you bought that are under $3,000? Oh, the music quit.
I do. Almost like everything I've bought is under $3.
That's good. All
The
right.
moral for today's podcast is when going to a public meeting, wear deodorant.
It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
All right. One last time. I'm gonna start the music, and then we'll just play ourselves out. Wait, I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
I got the. You guys can't see it. But
Sweet.
yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
It's
You saw it
very
when-
professional.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We're